prepare your nipples, because with every bull run becomes the immoral but symbiotic milking of hot, creamy alpha. From the minds of the masses below, pumped all the way up the ivory towers to the biggest crypto influence. Tweets like these, that influencers crowdsource their own research to fund the hottest new tokens of the cycle and then repeat them back to us as if they were their own idea. But it seems we don't really mind this heinous cycle, because the little guys like us know that our bags will be pumped if the influencer picks up our token recommendation. Well, if you didn't know it by now, Elliot from Elliot Trades is a notorious milker, and he recently tweeted out this. He wanted to know the next 100x token suggestions that are currently underpriced. But I thought it's time to take our power back. Instead of waiting for Elliot's team to comb through the list themselves and then spoon feed us our own food, I decided to sit down and go through the hundreds of replies to find the top 10 tokens in this thread. And since we have a dairy themed intro, you could call these tokens the cream of the crop. So if you appreciate our efforts in the fight against unjust milking culture in the crypto space, hit that like button down below, put on your We've Had Enough hat, and let's jump in. So you know the deal here. All the tokens that I'm going to mention have less than a $10 million market cap, fully diluted. This is why they have the potential to 100x. So there's crazy risk, and this list is for you to do more research on, because I don't currently hold any of these tokens and I'm not going to benefit from your degenerate behavior. But my goal here is to find these projects that Elliot's going to actually like before he finds them, so we can get ahead of the adoption curve. Great, with your verbal consent, let's get started in the first 5 tokens of this portfolio. So the first one I came across, which I actually really love the concept of, is called Podfast. They describe themselves as your favorite podcast distilled. Your time is valuable. Podfast uses cutting-edge AI to create audio and video summaries of your favorite podcast episodes. They basically want to become the Cliff Notes of the modern age, empowering you to digest your favorite podcast or even YouTube video 10 times faster, and therefore be able to learn 10 times as much. Some really cool features from Podfast are their YouTube plugin that will take any YouTube video that you're studying and break it down into a quicker, animated, and potentially queryable media format. They also have 15,000 highly engaged followers on Twitter, and probably best of all, their test summaries, the stuff that they're breaking down, is actually being shared already by prominent influencers like Michael Saylor, which speaks really well to the potential virality of a product like this. They also say that in 2024, company funds will be used to purchase tokens, and therefore their token holders will essentially be a stakeholder in the profitability of their business. Podfast's native token is called FAST. It's currently priced at just over 7 cents, and its fully diluted market cap is a cool 7.1 mil. It also has a solid $300,000 of daily trade volume in the last 24 hours. If you have a look at the graph, it looks like an interesting sideways trend that is mostly due to the newness of this token, as it was only just launched this month. There's a few red flags or yellow flags with this project, including the dilution schedule, which needs to be investigated further. I'm also curious why they need their own coin and can't use something like Ethereum or Polygon to power their ecosystem. And at the moment, they haven't actually delivered any product. It's all speculation, and they are already at a $7.1 million market cap, which doesn't sound like much, but for no product, this could go downhill. We could be seeing the peak right now. The second token in this 100x Elliot Trades portfolio is Pixia AI. And Pixia describe themselves as AI that can generate art, create NFT collections, staking contracts, and much more. Now, the favorite thing I saw with Pixia AI, and basically the only reason they actually made this shortlist, was one thing. They advertise that they can empower creators to create 10K PFP NFT projects in seconds at the click of a button. And I feel like if they solely focused on Web3 creators and empowering them to create their own projects, they might do very well. They also work on a subscription plan, which is a great idea to actually be profitable. And similar to the last token, Podfast, they're quite inherently shareable, as AI images and animation generation software like Pixia is naturally highly engageable content on social media, because the output that they create is beautiful graphics and intriguing images that could have people stop scrolling on any social media platform. Pixia AI's native token is Pixia, and it's currently priced at just under 4 cents, and it has a sideways looking trend similar to Podfast once again, due to it being released less than a month ago. The daily trading volume is a lot smaller, however, at 32,000, although it is entirely on decentralized exchanges, which if you don't know is much better. And their fully diluted market cap is still under $4 million. Once again, their token dilution schedule should be investigated more, and they do have a lot of competition in the AI niche, especially if they go for the general niche of just generating images and animation. Which takes us to the third token, Anon ZK, or ZK, depending on where you're from. And they describe themselves as a decentralized multi-chain privacy ecosystem. They say, we exist to improve and maintain privacy on the blockchain, giving users complete peace of mind. Sort of like the VPN of the blockchain. They utilize ZK snarks, which if you don't know what ZK stands for, it means zero knowledge, which allows us to verify a transaction's validity without revealing any of the information about the sender or receiver, hence the zero knowledge. Now, having a look at some other features, we are getting into the sus and shady part of the world, but AnonZK actually have a feature called Visa Off-Ramp, where you can purchase a virtual credit card with your favorite cryptocurrencies, which can be freely spent online and in-store anonymously. Now, I really like the very simple mission that they have. It's all very clean, the aesthetic and the integration that they've got. It looks very professional. They've also put out a few demonstrations of their upcoming products on Twitter, which has really high engagement, which is sort of a good omen for once this project actually delivers on their products. AnonZK's native token is called AZK. It's currently priced at just under 20 cents and has a healthy looking uptrend to their all-time graph. Fully diluted market cap of AZK is under $2 million, and they have an impressive 240,000 24-hour daily trade volume. And this once again is entirely on decentralized exchanges. But if you haven't caught on to the theme of the day, the dilution schedule needs to be investigated further. And another potential yellow to red flag is there are some powerful agencies such as the US government who don't take kindly to these sort of services. Just to have a look at what happened to Tornado Cash. So be very careful out there if you ever choose to put your money into something like this. Which takes us to the fourth token, X7 Finance. They describe themselves as innovative DEX offering initial liquidity loans, auto routing, censorship resistant, and multi-chain DAO governance. But put even more simply, X7's founding team said that they believe that capital should be available to those with great ideas, and that the unflinching reliability of code and distributed consensus can provide capital which will eliminate significant downside risk. Basically, they fund startups and give them loans in the Web3 world so they can actually build. They say you can launch your project on exchange with 10 to 1000x the initial liquidity. They also have a highly engaged Twitter with a lot of transparency, even when things aren't going too well. And I really like the fact that they are empowering builders in Web3 so that they're not constrained by capital, but they're free to create. Their native token is called X7R. It's currently priced at 60 cents and has a lateral looking trend to its all-time graph as well, as it's been recently launched after the long bearish winter that we all made it through. The fully diluted market cap is $6 million, and obviously research the dilution schedule once again on this token. There's also been very little 24-hour daily trade volume on this token, and another yellow to red flag would be they don't have a working product yet either. And of course, there's plenty of DeFi competitors out there that they have to beat, which is interesting because there's a lot of red flags with all these projects, even though there's a lot of potential upside. And my favorite way to mitigate this risk is called narrative arbitrage. What does that mean? Well, it's basically copy trading influencers. Why don't we wait until Ellio buys into one of these projects and then buy it at the same time that he buys? Because therefore, even if the project falls apart, Ellio is likely to pump the price himself and recommend it to his followers, who are going to pump the price even more. And this is exactly why we set up a simple software that will allow you to do that. Whenever Elliot buys or trades a new crypto or even NFT, you will get an alert. Not so you can ape in like a degen, but so you can do your own research and have the time to consider whether it's right for you before he tweets about it and it's already pumped. And historically, this strategy has performed exceptionally well. We've also put together rising crypto cheat sheets, token deep dives, and a really awesome community so you can capitalize on the incredible opportunities that Web3 presents. So if you're interested in getting ahead of the mainstream, cutting through all the crazy noise that goes on in the Web3 world, I'll leave the link to our Patreon in the description below, where you can get access to all of this and much more. And for everybody else happy with where they are, keep enjoying the freestyle. Which takes us to the fifth and final token. It's actually a meme token, and it's called Shabi. And Shabi describe themselves as the high-class mistress of Shiba. They're a community-owned multi-chain cryptocurrency built on both Arbitrum and Ethereum. And Shabi is a token that rewards holders with USDC, which is actually something I've never seen before. They have a list of 7 features on their website that they think make Shabi special. I like the USDC rewards and the innovative marketing, such as recognizing the trends and hype surrounding specific chains like Arbitrum. They're also bringing prepaid credit cards. They have simple walkthroughs and onboarding processes for new adopters. They have a very active Twitter like a lot of meme tokens do, and they have high engagement on their posts, and they have quite clean and nice graphics. And of course, in a full bull run, meme tokens perform extremely well. I mean, Shabi's native token, Shabi, has been flying today up 35% to a price that is whatever this number is. Its graph looks strangely sustainable for a meme token, and its market cap is already fully diluted at 7.2 million, which is a refreshing change of pace to have no dilution coming. Shabi also saw $227,000 of daily trade volume from decentralized exchanges in the last 24 hours. This is the power of meme. Now, the downsides here is the market cap is already at $7 million, and this could easily be the peak. There's also a lot of zeros, and I never really like these meme tokens that have so many zeros in the price. And they also have a deep stack of founders and whales that initially got into this token that might just be like, we've made enough money, we want to get out.